fabric candy canes. I love manipulating with fabric, maybe because I'm a clay artist and I really like working with clay, and when you can kind of mold and shape with fabric, it's almost the same. But I've really been enjoying watching people make different types of pumpkins, and so I've never done these before, but I watched a few tutorials, and my sweet friend Evie, if you're watching, hi Evie, she used to have one where she did fabric pumpkins. I looked on her channel, I don't see it anymore, but I'm gonna try to make a couple myself, and this one is going to be one that you stuff with the poly fiber fill, and you do need a circle template. This is just one of those cardboard cake plates or cake trays, I think, that you just put layer cakes on. Anyway, I use these a lot in my clay work, so I thought this would be a good way to trace a circle. And so, like I said, it is officially fall, and I'm gonna try several different fabric type pumpkins. Well, one of them is actually a DIY on one of those Dollar Tree styrofoam ones. You cover those, and I've seen some that turn out really great. Anyway, these pinking shears are a bit heavy and hard to maneuver around in a circle shape, but I'll do my best. I don't guess I have to use the pinking shears. I was just using them to reduce the amount of fraying on the edges. But I think for this style pumpkin that I'm going to make, you kind of tuck the edges in anyway. And this was just a fat quarter. And here's what the fabric looks like. So if you guys are interested, I'll make several, maybe 2 or 3 pumpkin videos, and that way if you'd like to try it, you can. It's very similar to what you do to get started when you're making the fabric mushrooms. You just take some needle and thread. This is a thread that was in my bookbinding kit, and then you just have to run a running stitch or basting type stitch all the way around the edge of the circle. And I hope you don't hear a bunch of noise, but the house next door, it's interesting they're doing this on a Sunday, but looks like they're doing some renovations. They got started quite early this morning. So there's a bunch of thumping and bumping going on, if you hear anything in the background. But for me, it's just a nice, quiet Sunday. I just finished listening to our church service. I didn't go physically to the church today because my husband doesn't always get to go because of work, and when he works, I rather just watch from home because we can't go together, and it's always better when you can go with someone. Anyway, it was a good message, and now I'm just going to enjoy this afternoon doing some of these pumpkin crafts that I've been wanting to get done. So like I said, if you want to grab a drink and just visit with me for a little while, it would be nice to feel like I'm crafting with friends. I used to do lives on Sunday afternoons, and my son's band and youth group schedule started getting in the way, and I just fell out of the habit. But some of you have mentioned hoping I'll do it again, and I'm not sure when I'll be able to do them again, but just know I think of you all, and I regret that I haven't been able to get back to it. Sometimes life just gets in the way, but we have been doing fairly well. Like I said, I hate living to get past something instead of living in the moment, but getting past all those really hot days is quite a relief. I'm just a wimp when it comes to really hot temperatures. So I've already been out. Yesterday was gorgeous, and I love going for walks on days when it doesn't get above 80, when it doesn't get out of the 70s, let's say, because it can be pretty warm even in the 80s. But we were having those really high heat indexes, and that is not enjoyable. I've lived in very hot regions. I've lived in Arizona, where they hit their record high one day was 121 degrees. It's indescribable. People say it's dry heat, so it's different, and I'll agree, it is a little different, but hot is hot, and nobody's outside just shooting baskets at 121 degrees. At least I wouldn't think so. I would hope not. And then I've also lived in Texas. Texas has extreme weather to me. It's either super hot or like cold with ice storms. I don't know if that's your experience, but in the area of Texas we lived in, you could have, easily 110 degrees, but then you could also get a 6-inch snowfall. It didn't last long, but you could definitely get snow and ice in the winter. But I guess enough of that weather talk. I'm just trying to get you through the boring part of this pumpkin, which is getting all of these little stitches in, and I'm just about to the end. I've put all my fall decorations up. Maybe I'll do a quick video or some still shots of just my mantle and maybe my front porch, the wreaths. Oh no, I didn't get my mom's yet. I take that back. I got everything up kind of early this year. I know that there's some YouTubers that I watch, and this would be considered late for how they get their video up early in the season, I guess, so that people can have ideas to go on for decorating their own homes. But it's kind of early for me. Hope I'm not pulling that all the way through. Okay, I'm not. Anyway, the goal is to get the stitches all the way around. Let me take the needle out, tuck it in here so I don't lose it. So I'll just make this first pumpkin one video, and then the next style I'll try to come back and make another video. I'm sitting here in the little kitchenette area, which is right off of my laundry, so I apologize if you hear the laundry draining. That's what it is. Okay, so then you just want to draw up these stitches, and like I said, I've never made one like this before, but I'm guessing it's very similar to how you do the mushroom. Looks like a little bonnet right now, or a little purse. Okay, so then you stuff it with fiberfill. I had bundled this up to make a different kind, but I'm going to use, I'm going to use the fiberfill that's inside of this one and stuff it. And I love the little vintage print on here. I don't know if you can see it very well. So let's stuff all of this in. And I did some in pink velvet the other day, but I didn't do it this way. I kind of did it on my own memory. And they're okay, but this is the one where I actually saw it done this way online. Okay, so now we'll just draw this back up. Try to get it tight here. And it's okay if you can see the stuffing a little bit, because I'm just going to tie a knot, but because I think that's where I put the stem, I think. Okay, so I've cinched that off. And I guess you can just kind of manipulate it. I've got enough left to do another one, that's good. And I'm assuming you can just make these as large or as cutesy and small as you want. Let's tie this one more time, and then I'm going to cut this off. And I'm using my bookbinding thread, so it's pretty tough thread. I don't think this is going anywhere. My other scissors. Okay, and then you take another needle. This is a really big, I think they call it a darning needle, maybe. Let's see if I can, you know what, I think I will need to stitch this, because I want the kind of ribbing in the pumpkin to be tight. Let's use this. This was already in there, but now I have to rethread it. Threading needles without glasses isn't a good idea for me, but that hole was really big, so that was fine. Okay, so then I guess you just go through the bottom and I'm just going to do it my way. I'm going to wrap it around. Oops. Stuck on something. Okay. Let's see if I can get that nice and tight. And I haven't looked up any shabby chic pumpkins. I remember in the past a couple people did really gorgeous ones with lots of lace and trims and beads. It's kind of like when they do the shabby Christmas trees. I guess you can do just about any kind of fabric craft according to themes. But I will peek and see who has some on their channels, because I think they're just so pretty. Right now it's starting to just resemble a flower or something. But I'll get the stem on there, and then it'll probably say pumpkin much better. And I like that you can make as many ribs as you want. Oops, I don't want to lose my thread. Almost done. Okay. Alright. Shall we do one more right here? Let's move this one over. And then we'll do one more. Oh, I lost my thread, so I guess we won't do one more. I'm going to have to rethread it. I don't want to end it on the bottom. There we go. Try to eke out one more. Oops. I guess I will have to end it on the bottom. Let's see if I can tuck it in. I just pull it really tight. Oh, well, so this is the downside to doing it on camera, something you've never done before. But you all are all so gracious, and you hang in there with me, and I appreciate that. Sometimes it's just more fun to craft when you feel like you're doing it with a purpose and with people. So, wrong scissors. I'm gonna snip that off. I'm going to turn it over. save that needle. Now I think it would look nicer if I had, I don't know, a little decoration on the edges. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I think to define the ribbing, because you can't really see the thread, I'm going to put this kind of rope twine through the ribs, the seams of the ribs, and I think that'll help them show up better. If you can't see because my big old hands are in the way, I'll move this here in a second. But right now I'm just putting, if you can see, a little bit of twine in between. Sort of like making a little plush toy. Alright, so I've got 4 there. Let's see if I go this way. Yeah, there's one there and one there. So go down, crisscross it, and back around this way. So this was a bit convoluted, but I'm getting there eventually. And you know what I think I'm going to do is use the ends of this rope as the stem. We'll see. I have a stick. Oh, you know what? Maybe instead of doing that, I'll just leave these kind of hanging out. This twine has a little ratty piece I don't want. Okay. So it might be kind of cool to just make that the stem. I wonder if I could make it all stick with my glue gun. I'm going to try my glue gun here. And I'm going to try to get, oh, it's not plugged in. Pooh. Okay, bear with me 1 second. I'm going to plug it in. I'll move my tea so I don't spill it. All that time I thought this was plugged in. Anyway, let me show you some of the fabrics while we're waiting for this to warm up. But look, this is what I'm thinking. I'm going to twist this with some glue gun, with some hot glue in there, and I think it'll say stem. I might even wrap the base of it, but we'll do that in a minute. Look at some of the fabrics I have. I'm going to try to do some more covered ones. I've got this really nice loose weave one. It's in a really beautiful ecru color. And then I'm going to use some of the ecru colored doilies. And then I have this one that I think will be really pretty over the top of one of these. I'll do the next video showing you an altered Dollar Tree styrofoam one. I already took the stem off. But I thought I can cover this one and then make the doily go over the top and kind of make it shabby chic. And then I love this fabric. It's a beigey tan color with the brown and orange little daisy flowers. It's beautiful. I've got this little upholstery swatch that's plaid, and it's got all the nice harvest colors. So I'm going to use that. And then somebody gifted me this chenille bedspread fabric a long time ago, and I'm sorry I can't remember who it was. If you're watching this and it was you, please let me know in the comments, because I love this fabric and I think it'll make such a cute kind of vintage looking covered pumpkin. So I've already cut these in little rectangles, so I'm planning on covering one of the pumpkins with that. I don't know, chenille bedspreads just bring back fond memories, because my mom always had chenille bedspreads on her bed. And then I want to do one with this really beautiful lace. And then this fabric I just found in the Dollar Tree. They sell little swatches, but how cute is that with the little mushrooms? So I want to try to make a plush one with this fabric. So those are the fabric mushrooms I want to make, and I don't know the actual purpose for them yet. I just want to enjoy making them. Take a sip of my tea. Let's see if it's warm enough. Or should I test it on? It's coming out. It probably could be a little bit warmer. Let's just go for it. Yeah, it's coming out. I just need another one. Okay, it's not gone enough for me to put a new one in yet. Okay, and then we're just going to twist it. See how that goes. Well, there's a bunch of glue oozing out right there, but I think I'm just going to wrap. I'll twist another piece around that, and that should help. So I'm just going to hold it here a second. So I'm sorry, this wasn't a very eventful video for just this tiny little result, but I think I'm going to keep going with making them. Here, let's wrap the base of this one. It is holding together though, that's cool. I'll just keep going making them, and if you want I can stay on camera and make a couple more. But for this video I'll stop and come back so that I can actually have an ulterior motive for starting a new one. I need to go switch my laundry. So let me wrap the base of this with a thinner twine. Okay, it's working. It's actually cute, I like it. Oops. Okay, and now I'm going to wrap the rest until I can just stick it down, like so. And then I'm going to put a little more glue in the center here and twist it. I like to make clay pumpkins. I've made several this season. And so it feels like I'm kind of twisting it like I would the clay. So let's just hold on to that a second. Not very easy to cut through though. Okay. And I have a tiny little leaf. Second I try to stick one on. See if I can find one. Here's a good one. Sorry, I'm out of camera. I'll be right back. I'm reaching over here to try to get one of these leaves off. There's one. Got this other little garland I made, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. I have a video on it somewhere. I didn't know I have so many videos still hanging out there. Do you guys ever delete videos? I don't know that I need to. I guess I don't really need to. Isn't that fun though? Look. Let me get the glue off. It's disturbing. I don't like seeing glue hanging on my fingers. Okay. Well, anyway, there's my tiny little results for this super long video. But I am going to stick a couple of the leaves on. I have some of this twine with the leaves kind of woven in there. It would work better if I wrapped this around some wire to make it kind of curly. Let me see if I have my wire in here. Thought I brought it over. Oh, I guess not, of course, because I want it. It's not over here. So we'll just put it on right now without the wire. Excuse me. I also have a video that I'm going to show you where I've figured out how to make my own little fabric acorns. So there's a leaf, and then we'll tie on this for just some dangle effect. And I'll stick another leaf here because I put the glue in the wrong space, so that'll work. Glue this down. Okay. And a little more glue in here. Okay, first cute little pumpkin. I hope you can see this okay. I'm gonna have to see what I can do about the lighting. I feel like it's got a weird dimness to it. Clean that up. And there's my pumpkin. I think he's kind of cute. That's how he looks on the bottom. I suppose I could move that over a little better. There he is. Twine stem. Can you see that? Sorry. Okay. First pumpkin down. Wouldn't this be cute? Like a basket full of these little cute things. I'm just hoping you're seeing it okay. Well, thanks for watching with me, everybody. It's been almost 30 minutes to make this tiny little pumpkin, and I do think they'd go much quicker if you weren't chatting and you know, putsy at it like me. But like I said, I've not made one before. I've just watched them being made. But I do think they're super cute, and I'm going to keep on making, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.